Hey guys, it's your girl Coco. Welcome back. So today I'm going to be doing a video on a makeup look, on this makeup look, and I'm going to be following some of Scott Barnes' techniques. And if you want to kind of get a feeling of most of the techniques that I'll be using, I'll link Tati Westbrook's video. She got her makeup done by Scott Barnes. Scott Barnes is JLO's makeup artist for many years, and he's an amazing makeup artist. So I really wanted to try his techniques out and see if it really works on somebody with completely different bone structure and skin tone. So obviously it works. And I cannot stop looking at myself. I look way too cute and I need to take some pictures because who is this person? I have to like take pictures and like prove that I look like this at one point. This look is so cute. Like I didn't even think it was gonna turn out nice. Like I really didn't, because I'm like, you know, like I can't follow his techniques because it's not gonna be the same. Like I did kind of do it a little bit out of order because I was kind of going off the top of my head from what I could remember, but the look came through. Your girl is snatched. Do you see my nose? Do you see my nose? I look way too fucking cute. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like I can't stop looking at myself. Why? Who are you? I'm not gonna want to take my makeup off. Like, girl, who are you? Oh my god. When I take this makeup off, I'm not even gonna be this outgoing at all. And I'm gonna be like, oh bitch, hey, welcome back. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you wanna get this look or just watch how I achieve this look, please keep watching. And yeah. Alright. I already primed my face. So the primers that I use the Touch and Soul Glassy Skin Balm. It looks like that. And then on my pores, along the sides of my nose and above my lip, I use the No Poreblem primer by Touch and Soul. So these are both from the same brand. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, usually from what I've seen, is Scott will start with the highlight and contour. So I'm gonna do concealer, and he applies it in a way where it really highlights. He does it under the eyes and on the middle of the forehead and down the nose, and he makes sure to really snatch the nose with the concealer first, so you don't have to work as hard with the contour and you don't have to put as much. So it really highlights the face and lifts the face. He also puts like some right here, and this just pulls everything out and makes it look very flattering. So we're gonna do that. And this is not part of his technique. This is just me adding a lighter color to kind of make this look brighter. Now we're gonna go into contour, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and use Espresso by LA Girl Pro Conceal. And remember, we are going to put foundation over this, so Scott's technique is a little bit different. So normally you would put your foundation on, your concealer, contour and everything else, but what he does is he highlights, contours, then foundation, then everything else. here, right where your eye kind of like wings out, you want to put a line of contour right there. This will just bring your face like back, make you look snatched. Okay, so with this small brush, I think it's better if you use like an angled brush. I couldn't find one. So I'm gonna take what's left over on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna go ahead and very, very carefully contour the nose. You don't want to make the line too thick because then it starts to get muddy and then you have too much shadow. I'm gonna go ahead and start slightly blending the highlight towards the contour, and we're mainly just blending out the edges. Almost forgot. Also, we're gonna use the same shade to contour our lips. We have contoured our lips, and you see how like plump these lips is looking? Like, we're gonna go ahead and kind of blend the nose area. And I'm using the same brush that I applied the contour with, and blending upwards. I'm gonna go ahead and apply my foundation. The foundation I'm using is my Fit Me Dewy and Smooth foundation in the color 322 Warm Honey. So what I notice when he's applying foundation, he'll kind of apply it in between the contour and the highlight to kind of marry them together. So that's what I'm doing, and you see how like it blended out really nicely. So that means you don't have to use a bunch of foundation to actually achieve a flawless contour. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the foundation to blend the edges of this contour underneath here. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same technique I was doing before, just because I don't want to like mess up any lines that we created. I want to keep them in the same place but just blending it out. So I think, yeah, I think this is how he was doing it, because you see that? That nose is snatched, bitch. Like, snatched. I blended the nose out. I keep like going all over the place, but he also like applies foundation lightly onto the lips. So that is what I'm doing. Okay, so he uses a cream blush. I don't have a cream blush, so I'm just gonna use a lipstick. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use this. I mean, my regular blush is kind of this color, so I'm gonna go ahead and just use that. And actually, I think I'm gonna do it directly with a brush, just so I don't mess anything up. So I'm gonna use this brush here. So I'm just using a dry setting brush like that. And before I even do that, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of like blend that out before you even put any powder, because you don't want it to get muddy at all. I'm using a light layer because from what it looks like, He uses very light layers. He doesn't really like bake or anything. Come at me. I'm gonna highlight. I don't even know if I'm doing anything in order anymore, but I'm just gonna highlight. I'm using the Ciate London Confetti highlighter in the color Confetti. It looks like that. He uses a fan brush to highlight. So I don't have a fan brush. I used to use a fan brush. He's like one of those really big, like thick fan brushes, and I have never thought to use that, but I mean, he's used to celebrities, so he has to like highlight all over the place. And when he highlights the nose, I have no idea what he does. Like, I saw it that he highlighted Tati's nose in her video, but he doesn't show. They didn't show how he did it, so she just showed like what it looked like after. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get a small brush and kind of okay. And I'm using my ABH Contour Kit, the powder one, and I'm going into the color. I don't know what color this is. I think, oh, it's Espresso. And everything he does is like fanning everything. Like, it's just like, if I ever got my makeup done by Scott Barnes, I would be like it just looks so relaxing and like, I don't know, it just looks like, oh bitch, luxury. Like, lay those luxurious hands on my face. And I don't like other people doing my makeup, so that's a lot for me to say. And of course, Scott Barnes. Fuck yeah. Oh my god, if I ever got my makeup done by Scott Barnes, I would literally die. I am kind of going off on this contour. For the eyes, he kind of keeps it simple. I'm gonna go ahead with a brown on my crease. I'm gonna go ahead and use that same contour shade. That same contour shade that I use just to like set all the cream contour. And I'm gonna use that on my crease. And I'm gonna start in the middle and doing that lightly, kind of carve out the shape. Like, if you look up, you can kind of see where the light hits, and you just follow that. And once he gets to this area, he just stops right here, right at the bottom. I'm gonna clean some of the excess on the back of my hand and just blend out those edges. Scott Barnes look that he did on Tati, it looks like the color that they used might have been something like this or like this. For me, I feel like maybe this color would complement me more with my skin tone. I'm not really sure, but I feel like this might be a little too red for my liking. So I'm gonna go ahead with this. Plus, it's a little bit more shimmery, and it seems like you want more of that. So I'm just placing that right in the center. And that, oh my god, that color is so gorgeous. So now what he does is he will bring the color down here. And I'm gonna go ahead and use like a smaller brush to do that. And I'm gonna just drag everything down here and kind of connect. But I'm not gonna go all the way in because we're going to use a different shade to apply on the inner part of our eye. Now what he does is he applies a brown eyeliner. That contour shade, I don't feel like it's gonna be a good brown eyeliner because it'll fade out too much. So I'm gonna go ahead and use an eyeshadow. Oh, and I didn't say what palette this was. This is a Pure Festival palette. It's by Pure. But I'm gonna go ahead and use the color All Night as my eyeliner. So at this point, we can go ahead and apply lashes. While I'm letting my lash glue set, I'm gonna do my eyebrows. But I'm not gonna do it how Scott does them because I have like my own way of doing them. And I think he uses powder. Powder is not always my favorite. I use it when I'm in a rush sometimes. But I'm just gonna use my $1 Billion Brows Microblade Effect Brow Pen, and I'm just gonna slightly fill them in. Nothing crazy. Like Scott Barnes didn't even do this look. This is all me, girl. This is all me. Like, look at me. Oh God, bitch! I look like I belong on the red carpet. Like, okay. I need to put on lip gloss. I am gonna use this Iconic London lip plumping gloss in the color Nude. Looks like that. I'll just put this on just lightly. And like one technique he was talking about, he does this on the edges to define the edge of your lips. I was like, bitch, what? So you see how, I don't know if he gets tendency, but just to define, because right at the edge of your lips is where the light hits. Just look at this. Oh my god, I'm just so snatched. Like, who am I? Like, who is this bitch? Who does she think she is? Because apparently she thinks she's JLO. Oh my god, I never see myself like this. Like, I think I do makeup pretty well, but I never done a look like this on myself. I don't think so. If you think I have, like, comment down below. But like, not this type of like contour and shit. Like, look at me, ho. Oh my god, like, I gotta go somewhere. Like, I need to be on Love and Hip Hop, Basketball Wives, some type of shit, because I need to be on a reality show and act a fool. Because that's the type of feeling I'm getting right now. Like the type of feeling where you gotta shake your titties and just talk with your hands. Because you know, you feeling like you the shit. Bro, makeup changes people. Let me take this off real quick because I need to humble myself. I look hella cute. Like, I need to take some pictures. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends. And come back soon. I upload 3 to 4 times a week. So join the family, turn on those notifications, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.
Follow White Rabbit. I'm taking potions, call me Alice.